Do you feel pressured to say yes even when your gut screams no? Are you drowning in commitments that drain your energy, leaving you with that nagging guilt for not being able to refuse? Believe me, you're not alone. Thousands of people feel trapped in this vicious cycle of pleasing others, forgetting their own happiness. But what if I told you there's a secret key, a true superpower to break free from these chains? Saying no without guilt isn't selfish. It's an act of liberation, the master key to your personal power and a more authentic life. Get ready to discover how to take control of your destiny and say yes to your freedom. Imagine yourself in command of your life, like a conductor leading your own orchestra. Learning to say no is the first step in composing the symphony of your happiness. It's like choosing the perfect ingredients for the recipe of your well-being. Many feel guilty when refusing something, as if they were disappointing the whole world. But think, by prioritizing your needs, you are nourishing and strengthening yourself. After all, who will take care of you if you don't? Saying no with kindness and firmness nurtures your self-confidence and puts you at the center of your own life. This guilt that haunts you is often a ghost of the past, created by an upbringing that taught us to please everyone, to be nice. Being excessively nice, however, can turn you into a doormat. If you're always saying yes, you end up with no time or energy for what really matters. You. Remember that friend who constantly asks for favors but disappears when you need them? Saying no in these cases is drawing healthy boundaries, like drawing a line in the sand that protects your precious time and energy. Start slowly, with small no's in everyday situations. Imagine a pushy salesperson approaching you on the street. Take a deep breath and say with a smile, "No, thank you. I have everything I need." It seems simple, but it's a powerful exercise in assertiveness. Over time, saying no will become as natural as breathing. Visualize the freedom you will feel by prioritizing your own needs without the burden of guilt. Each no is a step towards your inner fortress. Think of your life as a lush garden. You need to cultivate the flowers that bring you joy and pull out the weeds that drain your energy. Saying no is pruning your garden, making space for what truly makes you flourish. It's strengthening your personal power and building a more authentic, colorful, and vibrant life. After all, you are the gardener of your own paradise. Building your personal power is like building a fortress brick by brick. Every no you utter, every boundary you set, is another brick in this construction. These boundaries are your walls, protecting you from unwanted invaders, exhaustion, frustration, resentment. With clear boundaries, people learn to respect you, to value your time and energy. It's not about being rude, but about protecting yourself with wisdom and self-love. Often, the difficulty in saying no hides in the shadow of insecurity. We think we're not good enough to refuse, that we'll disappoint someone. But remember, you have the right to choose what you want and don't want to do. As the wise say, know thyself. Understanding your limits is the foundation of your self-confidence. Imagine your boss asks you to work late, but you already have an unbreakable commitment, taking your child to the movies, a romantic date, or simply relaxing at home with a good book. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson, for instance. Saying no in this situation may seem challenging, but it's an act of courage. Explain your reasons calmly and assertively. I appreciate the opportunity, but I already have a prior engagement. Can we discuss this tomorrow? With practice, saying no will become as easy as ordering a coffee. Think of inspiring figures like Rosa Parks, who with a simple no challenged racial segregation and changed the course of history. She had unshakable personal power, an inner fortress that prevented her from yielding to external pressures. Be inspired by these examples of courage and say no to injustice, manipulation, to everything that prevents you from being yourself. Remember, saying no can be a revolutionary act, a decisive step towards your freedom. Assertiveness, the art of communicating with clarity, respect, and firmness. It's like being a diplomat in your own life, expressing your desires and needs without aggression or self-effacement. It's a delicate balance between yes and no, essential for building healthy and lasting relationships. Assertiveness is your sword and shield, protecting you from guilt and empowering you to set boundaries with elegance. Imagine you ordered a vegetarian dish at a restaurant, but the waiter brings you a bloody steak. A non-assertive person would swallow hard and eat the steak, even though they don't want to. An aggressive person would explode in anger, causing unnecessary embarrassment. The assertive person, however, with a calm smile, would call the waiter and say, "I think there's been a mistake. I ordered the vegetarian dish." See the difference? Assertiveness transforms conflicts into learning opportunities. Developing assertiveness is like learning to tango. It requires practice, patience, and a touch of daring. Books like Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg can be your guides on this journey. They teach you the right steps to communicate with more clarity, empathy, and respect. With each assertive conversation, you gain more confidence and ease. Assertiveness is the engine of your personal power. When you express yourself with confidence and respect, you demonstrate that you value yourself, that you know your worth. This radiates self-confidence and earns the respect of others. Remember, you have the right to express your opinions and defend your interests. Assertiveness is your voice. Use it wisely and watch the world open up at your feet. Self-confidence is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. And one of the best ways to strengthen this muscle is, guess what? Saying no when necessary. Each assertive no is a bicep curl for your self-confidence, bringing you closer to your best version. It's like breaking free from the chains of insecurity and taking center stage in your own story. We often confuse self-confidence with arrogance, but they are completely different species. The self-confident person knows their strengths and weaknesses, accepts themselves as they are, without needing to step on others to feel superior. They are like a sunflower, seeking the sunlight without comparing themselves to other flowers. Genuine self-confidence shines from within, illuminating everything around it. Imagine you need to present an important project to the board of directors. An insecure person would cower in fear, their voice trembling and their gaze lost. The self-confident person, on the other hand, would take a deep breath, connect with their inner strength, and present their work with clarity, passion, and conviction. Self-confidence is your stage. Shine on it. How about starting to exercise your self-confidence today? Start with small challenges. Compliment a stranger. Sing in the shower at the top of your lungs. Sign up for that dance class you've always dreamed of. Each small step strengthens your muscle of freedom. Remember, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and every no said with firmness and without guilt is another step towards your unshakable self-confidence. So, are you ready to take control of your life and free yourself from the shackles of guilt? Saying no isn't selfish. It's an act of profound self-respect. It's honoring your limits, prioritizing your well-being, and writing your own story. Imagine the lightness of choosing your own paths without the weight of obligation, free to be yourself. Start today. Say no to a small commitment that makes you uncomfortable and feel the freedom pulsing through your veins. What are your biggest challenges when it comes to saying no? Share in the comments. And to continue learning how to build your personal power and live a fuller and more authentic life, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any content. The journey to your freedom starts now.